So, what is the Training Benchmark Survey? The survey is an annual snapshot that we take of the industry to provide key insights into how training providers and learners see the industry right now, what's happened in the last 12 months, and what they foresee happening in the next 12 months or so. So, why is it so important? Well, it not only provides us with key insights to the industry to help us stay one step ahead and develop our award winning platform to keep up with what training providers and learners want most, it's also a great way to engage with topics that matter most in the industry. The data that we collect is from training providers of all sizes, from small organizations with one or two staff, right the way up to some of the largest, most prevalent organizations on earth. So, with us being uniquely positioned in the industry, gives us the chance to collect and compile this information to enable us to share not only best practice, but key insights, challenges, and opportunities that are currently facing training providers across the industry. So, what was the findings from the 2022 report? Well, it seems in-person training is very much back and in demand. However, in a post-pandemic world, diversifying your training is one of the key trends from almost all providers to keep their clients happy. Most providers are either already or are gearing up to provide courses that are mixed in content. Offering learners a varied approach seems to be the way providers are heading. Makes sense. I mean, tomorrow we'll cover more of the learner's view on this. I won't give away any spoilers, but I'm sure you can deduce there's a correlation between what learners want and why suppliers are trying their best to deliver it. Short courses are still the king. 4 out of 5 training providers are offering them. 6% up on last year, and it's no surprises. They are the key for a lot of providers. They serve a hugely important and impactful section of the industry that most providers try to tap into. These courses can be delivered in, well, pretty much every way, from e-learning, online instructor-led, traditional, and ever popular classroom learning. Of course, the new methods, on-demand, knowledge-type document courses where people will watch a video prior to an examination. Now, one that we can help with, and sorry, I promise no more accessplanit plugs, is the fact that 30% of the providers that we surveyed don't actually offer online bookings. I know, crazy. Offering 24/7 freedom to clients to book themselves onto courses in a world where on demand is everywhere, I still can't believe isn't on every provider's website. And as the head of new business, I see this quite a lot. And really, being honest, it can take a business from being good to great very quickly. I'd like to see what you all think on this point. So please answer this poll question. Hopefully the tech lets me do this. Would you rather book a place on a course online or by phone? Hopefully that should be there. Answer it, and the live me will give the results very, very soon. The other big thing to take away, and almost to build on from online booking challenges, is that 50% of those providers we surveyed still say processing those course bookings and the enquiries is actually one of the most time-consuming tasks they face. After that came course promotions, scheduling, arranging of appropriate trainers and venues. These are all major administrative tasks and major pains for a lot of the providers we surveyed. Merciless plug here again. I'm sorry, I can't resist. But if you can relate to any of what I've just said and is happening in your organization, please book a demo with us. I promise it will be the best half an hour of your week. Other key findings that social media is still one of the top choices for promoting courses, with 90% of those providers surveyed using LinkedIn as a major channel. Overall, when it comes to measuring success, 76% of providers rated customer satisfaction as the biggest metric. Repeat business and then course attendance, followed by profitability and the completion of programs coming through as, well, close seconds. A few of our guest talks will cover these in more detail over the next 2 days. We've got Doug Marshall at 4:10 today to cover pricing of courses. Tomorrow, Matt Bewley will cover learning impact and how to get the best from it at 2:20 p.m. That's tomorrow. Another big takeaway was the uptake of electronic surveying to capture feedback. Now, and thankfully, only 10% of the providers that we surveyed use the traditional happy sheets, down from 60% back in 2016. Thank you. That's all I can say. So, one of the biggest challenges that came out of this year's report was actually the increase in competition. With the boom in online learning, no longer, it seems, do you need to use your local provider, and actually delegates are looking to broaden their horizons to get more from their learning that suits them rather than you. Time to keep it fresh, fun, and ultimately engaging. With the challenge, though, comes more opportunity. So, with competition due to the online learning capacity, it also gives you the window of broadening your own horizons. Push the boundary outwards. Global reach was actually one of the key opportunities that came back for providers in 2022. Another big challenge, again captured from those surveyed, was the fact that a lot of courses can now be delivered by other methods. Maybe not all types of training can be done online, but certainly with the increase in AR and VR, it's expanding the digital capabilities into more and more sectors. Again, this seems to be a which side of the fence do you sit on type challenge, as the opposite argument raised itself as an opportunity. Digitalization means a wider pool of delegates, lower cost of delivery usually, and therefore higher profit margins. So it seems the view of challenge or opportunity really depends on the perception of who is looking at that same situation. So to conclude, if you haven't already, please make sure you complete the poll below. Live Me will be going through it very, very soon with you all. But to conclude the report, certainly it seems COVID was pivotal in more ways than one. They now have new ways to deliver training, and in most parts have taken the digitalization of courses and programs and expanded their horizons. And as an ancient proverb says, when the wind blows, whilst some build walls, others build windmills. Those that took advantage are now thriving in this blended hybrid type environment. That said, though, it's not all digital. The need for human interaction is as popular as ever, and so having a mixed approach is the way most providers see themselves going. Instructor-led sessions are still crucial to delivery, whether in the traditional face-to-face classroom environment or in the online webinar format. I'm keen to hear what you all think. Let me know in the chat. Do you agree? So when was this survey taken? Well, we collected all the responses this year, way back in March. So I'd be intrigued if the points are still the biggest points that you would feel are relevant today, or if there are other elements that now overshadow these in your day-to-day business. Final point, tomorrow we'll be covering the other side of this report, which is the learner's eyes and how they perceive the industry and actually what learners want. So make sure you're back tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time, October 20th. But for the rest of today, back to me, but live.